Hello, hello, hello. What a day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. You know, before any speech I ever make, I always give glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because he said if you don't acknowledge him, he's not going to acknowledge you. And God can knock it on him to let me in. Also, I want to acknowledge my wife, Julie, because she's in his faithful. And also, I want to thank the governor and also Riley and all of you for being here as well, because we're in a fight. Are we not in a fight? We're in a fight. And this is a spiritual battle. And I tell everyone, so God prepared me for this moment right here. You know, everyone think that this little black kid, y'all don't realize I was black. I found out the other day. Over that meant, and I was fat. And for 4 years of my life, this was so interesting. 4 years of my life, I never spoke in a classroom. 4 years of my life, I never went out for a recess. I used to be beat up. I was bullied a great deal. But God had a plan. He had a plan, and he was getting me ready. People thought, and I thought he was getting me ready to play football, because I got a scholarship to go to the University of Georgia. And then I got a chance to win a Heisman Trophy. Played 15 years of pro football, which is unheard of for a running back. So I thought he wanted me to be a football player. But no. He had something else in mind. And then I got a chance to be on the 1992 Olympic bobsled team. Amen. Think about that, there's no snow here in Georgia. And I'm on the 1992 Olympic bobsled team. But then all of a sudden I thought that was it. And he said, no, I'm getting you ready for something else. And all of a sudden he had to break me for a moment. And what I mean by that is they told me I had a mental problem. Think about this. I never drank before in my life, never tasted beer, never had any drugs in my body, never even taken any medicine. They told me I had a mental problem, and I'm thinking, wait, Herschel Walker, you have a mental problem? And I'm talking about myself in third person, but I know that. So I decided whenever you got a problem, you go get that problem taken care of. So I went to this hospital out in California, and I'm sitting in this hospital, and I go, whoa, these people here are crazy. These people here are crazy. I'm not like them. But then because of the grace of God, I realized that we all fall short of the glory of God. But what happens to us is sometimes we get ashamed, we start hiding things, not doing the right things. So I started working on myself some more. And because of the grace of God, I started to see the light. Amen. So the Lord washed me in his blood, and he said, now you're ready. Yeah. He said, now you're ready. And then all of a sudden I started watching television, which was a mistake. I started watching television, and as I'm watching TV, I started seeing a man called Raphael Warnock running for Senate. And the first thing I saw was he said, America need to apologize for its whiteness. And I'm like, wait a minute. That's not the Bible I read. That's right. So the Bible I read, God talked about forgiveness. That's right. The Bible I read is how can you look at the plank in your brother's eye rather than the speck in your brother's eye rather than the plank in your own. And then I heard him say that America, the problem it had is racism. And I said, wait, that's not the Bible I read. The Bible I read, God doesn't know about your color. He knows about your heart. And I said, wait a minute. So all of a sudden, I'm going to tell you this little story I told. I said I was going to tell this story about this man that died early in life. He died early in life, and as he got to heaven, St. Peter met him at the pearly gates. And St. Peter said, sir, you're here a little bit early right now, and your name ain't on the roll. So you're the only one in history that's going to get an opportunity to decide where you want to go. Say, I'm going to take you to heaven, and I'm going to take you to hell, and you can determine where you want to be. So he puts him in his elevator, and he takes him all the way down to hell, and the doors open up. And there's a party going on. He sees some of his friends down there, and he's having a great time. And after a couple of hours, St. Peter came to him and said, you ready to go? You ready to go? He said, I got to leave now. He said, yeah, you got to make a decision. He puts him in his elevator, takes him all the way up to heaven. They get to heaven, and there's people floating around on clouds, just having a good time, just talking. After a couple of hours, St. Peter came to him and said, have you made your mind up? Have you made your mind up? And the guy said, well, St. Pete, I hate to tell you this, I think I want to go to hell. That seemed like my type of place. And St. Peter said, you sure? He said, yeah. So he puts him in his elevator, sends him all the way back down to hell. Now the doors open up, it's hot. People are crying, they're having a miserable time. And the guy said, wait a minute. A couple of hours ago when I was here, there was a party going on. And Satan shows up and said, a couple of hours ago I was campaigning. And I tell you that right now because God was getting me ready. God was getting me ready because he didn't want a politician. He didn't need a politician for this right here. He needed that warrior for this right here. So he got me ready to be that warrior because I'm going up against a pastor that tells me that America needs to be separated. And I'm saying, no, 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 no. We're all God's church. And we got to come together to get this worked out. And we can't do it separate because in the Bible I read, it says a house divided cannot stand. And what he's trying to do is divide you because he wants your vote. He's trying to take you down in that elevator and fool you and tell you this is the new normal. But I'm here to tell you this is not the new normal, people. This is not the new normal. What we're doing right now is not right. What we're doing right now, what they did to Raleigh is not right. We got to get men out of women's sports. I can tell you that right now. Men should not be in women's sports. That's the first thing. And Senator Warnock voted to put men in women's sports. That's like asking me to compete against your daughter. You don't want that. You do not want that because I love to win. I'm like Rick and Bobby. I don't go to swing and so I'm going to tell you right now, that got to stop. And when I get to Washington, I can promise you, I'm going to get men out of women's sports. That's not where they need to be at. And then I'm going to tell you this here too. I know the definition of a woman. The definition of a woman is written in my Bible. And it says man and woman. And the woman came from a rib of a man. So I know the definition of that. So don't let them take you down in that elevator like they don't know the definition of a woman, because yes, they do. And let me tell you this right here. A man can't get pregnant. Get it out of your head. Get it out of your head right now. What we need to get back to is what is happening in this country right now. What is happening in this country right now. You see the crime on the street? The crime is on the street because we got people in Washington like Senator Warnock who called out men and women in blue thugs and bullies. Right now the morale is down, recruitment is down because he don't have respect for our law enforcement. Wait, we got to get this straight, people. The way we get it straight is by getting behind our men and women in blue. We got to get behind them and know them that we have that right. We cannot continue to let people out of jail that they're doing the wrong thing, because in the Bible I read, it says that when Adam and Eve, when God told them from this place here you have total freedom, but if you touch and eat from this tree here, you will surely die. They would have to be responsible for what they done. Right now, we got to hold people responsible for what they're doing to this country. But yet, the guy I'm running against has said he wanted to have no cash bail. Like, no cash bail, that's going to make us prisoners in our own home. We become the prisoners in our own home. Now, the prisoners running free. No, 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 not on my watch. Not on my watch. They asked me why I'm deciding to run. I'm deciding to run because I'm sick and tired of this. We can't do this. When my father told me no, he meant no. And now that's what we got to have in Washington. When somebody said no, I mean no. And if you don't like the rules underneath my roof, as my father said, you can leave my house. If you don't like the rules of the United States of America, you can leave. We're not asking you to stay. That's what's so funny about it. We're not asking you to stay here. What's so funny is they won't protect the border. That's another thing. This is happening in less than 2 short years, people. In less than 2 short years, y'all see where we're at? Y'all trying to decide whether you want to vote for me? You better vote for me, because we don't want this country to become a country like somewhere else. This is the greatest country in the world today. It's the United States of America. And the way we protect the United States of America, we got to protect our borders. Let me tell you, we are a country of immigrants. But we also are a country of laws. We got laws that you don't have to have people coming into this country by breaking the law. They can come into this country legally. So if they don't like the rules in the United States of America, they can leave. Because you don't see other people trying to tip into Russia, do you? You don't see other people trying to tip into China, do you? Because they don't want to be in those places. They want to be in the United States of America. We're the greatest country in the world. But until we can get behind our men and women in blue, we're going to lose that. So I can let our men and women in blue know I will stand beside you. I stand behind you, because I'm going to always have your back. And I hope all of you going to always have that back. That's the way we're going to get it done. But wait. And then, as I'm watching television, like I said, it's the worst thing to do is to watch television, because they confuse you what you're looking at. All of a sudden, I started thinking about pronouns in our military. I'm like, pronouns? What the heck is a pronoun? They're talking about pronouns in our military. A grenade don't know nothing about no pronouns. And a bullet don't care what color your skin is. What we got to do is get pronouns out of our military. Get our military back to the lethal fighting force ever assembly in the world today is our United States military. And then you have all these politicians stand in front of you and they say they are peace through strength. They're stealing someone else's words. They're 100% correct. There is peace through strength. But if we don't strengthen our military, we're going to have no strength. I can promise you we'll have no peace. Because that's what those other countries are looking at us. You don't think those leaders were looking at Biden during Afghanistan? They were like, he don't seem to be too strong there. And then all of a sudden, they're looking at our senators like Senator Warnock that didn't hold him accountable. They said, he don't look to be too strong either. I can tell you, look at me, whoever looking at them, I can tell you I'm strong because I'm going to stand with our military. I'm going to give them the resources to get that job done. And you know what? I'm going to get rid of this pronouns. We're going to get back to push-ups and sit-ups. That's maybe the reason God got me to go to push-ups and sit-ups. I got big and strong. They can get big and strong too. And then wait. Don't clap for me now because I'm all upset about what's going on in this country. In less than 2 years, y'all see what's happening. They can call me what they want to call me. They can just call me all these names. Y'all seen the names they've been calling me. Can you believe that? Like it's going to hurt my feelings. They called me a coon the other day. Can you believe that? I'm like, bro, they think that's going to hurt my feelings. They don't know I'm from the country. A coon, no. A coon is one of the smartest animals out there. So they hurt my feelings by calling me that. But what hurt my feelings is trying to go after our kids. Y'all see what they done to our kids? They call the parents that want to get involved, domestic terrorists. Are they kidding me? Do they know the definition of a terrorist? A terrorist is somebody that don't like you. They need to learn the definition of words. Right now they're trying to change the dictionary. They're not going to change it in our book because let me tell you what, all the parents get involved with what your kids are learning. They're going to be teaching your kids instead of how to learn to read and write, teaching them how that they can be a girl or a boy. They don't need to teach them that. God has already determined that. They don't need to teach them all this stuff. What we need to do is get rid of those 87,000 RS agents that's going to go after you. Maybe we need to put some of those police officers in our schools to protect our kids. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. But yet, we got people in Washington that got too weak. All they want to do is let people ride their bike. That's what Senator Warnock is doing. Let Joe Biden ride his bike because he voted with him 96% of the time. Which means he don't know what he's doing or he's seen to love Joe Biden. I don't know which one it is, but I can tell you both of them is wrong. Because y'all saw this here. Remember I said this old country boy got to take him on to that debate? And he was all big time, all dressed nice and looking good. He showed up to that debate and I made him become Scooby-Doo. Did I not? I made him become Scooby-Doo because they asked that question. They said, sir, will you vote for Joe Biden in 2024? And he go, oh. And I'm like, yes, he did. And that's what I'm saying right now. We need people in Washington that's going to do the right thing. We need those warriors in Washington that's going to do the right thing for the people. Because in the book I read, in the Bible, it said, a house divided cannot stand. Remember I said that? But it also said in the Constitution, we the people, not we the government. It said we the people. So we the people got to get together. So what I'm telling you is, come December the 6th, you got to get out and vote. If you're going to early vote. Whatever you got to do. But if you don't have a friend, make a friend and tell him to go vote. Because we got to get everybody voting. Because they got to vote for me. Because I'm sick and tired of them trying to destroy this country. They're not going to destroy it on my watch. Too many people have died and sacrificed so much for this country. Y'all see this flag right now? Y'all remember this flag right now? And all of a sudden we got people kneeling and sitting and doing all this stuff, disrespecting our flag. But not on my watch. Somebody should have stood at the them and somebody first decided to kneel and said, you better get up. Get up or go somewhere else. You're not going to do it in front of this flag here. Because you remember when Francis Scott Key, when he went to the British ships, and he was going to swap prisoners with the British. That's what was happening. Y'all got to stay with me now. With these British ships, that's what was happening. So when he went over there, the British captain decided to change the negotiations. And what he said, Mr. Key, what we'd like for you to do, we'd like for you to lower this flag. Now, this is a true story. They said, you got to lower this flag. And Mr. Key said, well, sir, I'm not sure if I can do that. And all of a sudden, the British captain goes, well, if you don't lower that flag, you see how much weapon we got out here on this ocean? We would take that flag down because we're going to bomb it. So when you're hearing our national anthem, and you're hearing about the red glare in the air and all the stuff busting and all this, what they're doing is firing at our flag. And they fired that flag all day long. But all of a sudden, when the air cleared and everything came clear, that flag was still there. But y'all know why that flag stayed there? Y'all know why the flag stayed there? Because every time that flag got ready to hit the ground, a dead patriot that was dying laid his body against that flagpole to keep it up because he believed in the liberties and freedoms we're doing right now. And that's what we got to get back to. Ask not what the country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. So what I can do for my country is get it back to where we need to be at, and where we're working together by bringing us together and not separating us. That's what we got to get out of Washington. Separation. It don't matter whether you're a Democrat or you're a Republican. You need to love America. If you don't love America, it's time for you to leave. Don't matter about your color. Don't matter about your color, because 23andMe has screwed us all up. But one thing I do know that they haven't screwed us up on, that we're all Americans. That's what I do know, that we're all Americans. So that's what we got to do. We got to get behind this flag, get behind our law enforcement, get behind our military, protect our kids, protect this border. That is so simple. And then we got to keep them from spending money that we don't have. Y'all know they're just spending money all the time. Y'all, that's what was so funny. Senator Warnock, now he said it, he really rallied. She got all excited to go into Joe Biden's office, get him to do that student loan relief. Y'all know that? Did y'all sign for anybody's student loan? I never co-signed for nobody's student loan. And then they happen to ask the kids, what are you doing with the student loan? And one of them said, I'm going to go on a vacation. And one of them said, I'm going to buy video games. And one said, I'm going to go gambling, I'm going to go drinking, and I'm going to have drugs. I'm like, that's like visiting Hunter Biden. Is that not? That's going on the student loan. That's visiting Hunter Biden. And yet that's spending your money. This is what's so funny, people. You know, they spent $100 million against me already. $100 million in the racist time. That means they don't even know how to spend that money, so why are they spending your money? That's what I'm going to get them to do. They're going to quit spending your money, because you need to put your money back in your pocketbook, because you can tell right now, what is happening right now is you don't have the money in your pocketbook you used to have, do you? You don't have the money in your pocketbook, but I can tell you Senator Warnock do, because his salary went up. Can y'all believe that? His salary went up, and he's making us poor, because what he's doing, he's putting money in his pocket. Y'all know, I need to tell you about this. Because people told me not to sling no mud, and I don't sling mud, but I can't sling it when I need to. I can't believe when I found out something. Y'all heard it in the debate. They asked him about that Columbus Towers. Y'all seen that article on that? This is something that the churches own. 99% of this building, the church owned, the people are dying in this building. And this man told me he's a Matthew 25. Matthew 25 said, when I was hungry, you fed me. When I had no clothes, you clothed me. But these poor people, when they had nowhere to live, he evicted them. It didn't say that in there. And not only that, he made them live in this rat-infested place. He made them live in this place that got mold. Y'all need to read about this. This is the man that I'm going up against. This wolf in sheep clothing, trying to stand in front of a pulpit and tell me how great he is. You're not that great. You're not that great right now. What you've done the wrong thing against Georgia people, and now it's time for you to go. He may not have known that. So don't let that door hit you in the backside and you leave the people office. It's time for you to get out of the people office. Now it's time for that new champion to come in, that champion Herschel Walker. And I'm going to tell you that right now. So what I want us to do is tell your friends, as I told you, tell your friends to get out and vote. Tell them to get out and vote. You get out and vote. Get out and have your voices heard and your vote counted. That's how we're going to get this election back together. Yeah. Because I am that warrior. And God prepared me for a moment like this. And y'all don't think that he's going to stop me. He's not stopping me. I think I'm time for you to stop him. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you for coming out. I want to tell you to keep the faith. Oh, you ever watch a stupid movie late at night, hoping it's going to get better, don't get better, but you keep watching it anyway? Because the other night I was watching this movie. I was watching this movie called Fright Night, Freak Night, or some type of night. But it was about vampires. I don't know if you know vampires are cool people or they not. But I'm going to tell you something that I found out. A werewolf can kill a vampire. Did you know that? I never knew that, so I didn't want to be a vampire anymore. I wanted to be a werewolf. But then anyway, as I'm watching this movie, and they can tell how stupid it is because it's 1 in the morning. So I'm watching my TV. These kids watching their TV, vampire kill on their TV. So you know it's kind of stupid, but I'm still watching though. As I'm watching this show, what was funny, these kids had a vampire in their attic at their house. So they was watching their TV. Now I'm watching my TV, as they watching their TV, or they see the vampire killer on their TV. So they win this contest to bring this actor. Now y'all got to stay with me. Bring this actor who's a vampire killer from their TV to get rid of this real life vampire in their attic. So as this actor comes to their home, he got all the right stuff. He got all the right stuff because you got to have a stake, you got to have a thing to kill him in the heart. And he got a necklace of garlic, because that worked. I don't know what it does, but it worked. You got to have a cross because it burned. I know that worked. And then all of a sudden, this is what was so funny about it. As they're walking through the house, this guy got the holy water. He's blessing the house. This actor, now he's all fake. He's blessing the house with this holy water. They walked upstairs and this vampire looking real good in this black suit. Whoa, that sounds like Senator Warnock, doesn't it? Looking all good in this black suit. floated from the ceiling. He floated from the ceiling looking good and cool. And I'm thinking, whoa, they better get out of that house. If somebody float from your ceiling, get out of that house. That's not your house. But as he floated from the ceiling, the kids jumped behind that hero. As they jumped behind that hero, the guy jumped in front of him with this holy word, threw it on the vampire's forehead. He covered his eye. And he took his hand away. He started laughing. And he said, that don't work. He took the cross and put it on the vampire's forehead. And the vampire didn't even do anything. He said, that don't work. And that's the way it is in our life. It doesn't work unless you got faith. It is time for us to have faith. We got to have faith in our fellow brother. We got to have faith in this country. We got to have faith in the elected officials. And right now, that's the reason I'm here. Because God has brought his warrior, and I'm that warrior that y'all been looking for a long time. And I can promise you, as my offensive lineman told me, Herschel, follow me. I'll take you to the promised land. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, you vote for me, I'm going to help us all get to the promised land. God bless you guys. Thank you guys so much.